If you've been making music for some time, then I'm sure you understand it's hard to separate yourself from your music and to listen to it objectively, giving yourself the feedback you need to actually improve. That's why getting feedback from someone experienced is key to helping you get better with making music. In this video, I'll be listening to one beat and one song from my newsletter subscribers. If you want a chance to get free feedback and free promotion in one of these videos, join my digital art dealers newsletter. The link is in the description, or go to jaycartere.com/DAD. Then read the emails I send you, because I'll randomly send out a request for my newsletter subscribers to send me their music to be featured in a video like this one. All you got to do is be subscribed to my newsletter and follow the instructions in the email. However, if you want guaranteed feedback for your beat or song, you can get my brutally honest feedback service, which will be linked down below as well. And later in the video, I'll be revealing a monster strategy to promote your beats for absolutely free. And this is something you definitely don't want to miss, so stay tuned till the end. Now let's get into the first beat. This is a beat from a gentleman called Hidden, and these are the main areas he wants me to go over when I'm giving him feedback. So he says, on this beat, I would like feedback on the structure, mixing, and energy delivery. I tried to keep the listener engaged throughout the entirety of my track, so any feedback on different ways to do this would be perfect. I believe songs should make you feel certain ways, which is why I would like feedback on the energy delivery. Energy delivery is something I've never ever heard anyone ask for feedback for. Like, that's a really unusual one, but let's see if I can do this. So let's listen back to this. I believe I did listen to this beat last week and it was pretty good, but let's listen to it right now. First of all, with the mixing, I really like the guitar moving, like panning from ear to ear. Like, that sounds beautiful. I'm not sure if you programmed this guitar yourself or if it's a sample. Let me know in the comment section down below, but beautiful. I love it. Intro wasn't too long. You're on the right path. Let's keep it going. Okay, let's comment on the energy. Was it energy structure, energy delivery? So it starts somber, hits us with the chorus, hits high energy, and now it's coming back down to low to mid energy for the verse, which is perfect, exactly what you want. Then we want a gradual build up to the chorus and then just repeat. So let's see what happens. Yeah, it was perfect. Like, the verse went down to prepare you for the upswing that we're gonna have in the chorus. Like, taking away some energy makes high energy feel even more high energy. So that was a smart decision, like taking out the drums and stuff. Although I feel it is a sample, because it did sound a little bit off time, a little bit, when you could hear it by itself. Like, it wasn't hitting those beats as strictly and cleanly as I'd like it to. But this is about structure, mixing, and energy delivery, and I think on that, it's all good. Like, what more do I have to say? We'll listen to the rest of the beat, but I assume it's just going to be the same thing. Yeah, it just sounds off time. Like it sounds like it's been cut a little bit, but not cut in the right place. And it's just a little bit like a couple milliseconds off time. Just feels a little bit wrong. Hopefully you can fix that. If not, I don't think it's that big of a deal, but really you would want to avoid that sort of stuff in your tracks unless it's a stylistic thing you're going for, which honestly I'd suggest don't go for that stylistic thing of stuff being offbeat. That's not a good stylistic choice. But in terms of the mix is good. Like the drums are hitting high, the melodies in the background enough but prominent enough that you can hear it. I like the vocal melodies as well. That's a very good aspect of the beat. Everything's just really hitting how it's supposed to. Ooh, little bit of a breakdown. Guess we'd call this a bridge or breakdown. Outro, I would shorten that up a little bit. I don't think you needed, like, I would half the time of the outro, and I would get rid of the drums as well. But that's a stylistic choice. Like, you can have the drums play out in the outro. I would have it fade out, as if you're going to have the drums, you can have the drums there, but also I would just make the entire track fade out in the outro. You've done a time slowdown tape stop in the outro, which is fair enough. Personally, I'd go fade out, and I wouldn't have the drums, but you can have the drums as well. Different ways that you can do this. But in terms of structure, I like it. Good structure. In terms of the mixing, good mixing for the most part. In terms of energy delivery, you're doing it correctly. You're moving in terms of how it's supposed to be. Like, you're adding more. Let's check out the chorus and verse again real quick. Like, there's no point where I'm like, this is going on for too long, it's getting boring, you need to add something new in there. But let me quickly hear the verse. Like, you could have made like the second half of your verse more interesting by adding something or taking something out from the first half. And with the chorus, you could have done the same thing, just to make sure that there's a change every 4 bars. That's generally what you want to do with your music, to keep it interesting, so that one thing hasn't been the same thing for so long that it starts to be repetitive and boring. But apart from that, great beat, love the ways it's sounding, and you're on your way to making a lot of beautiful music over here. Now let's check out the song from Fire D. I'm assuming that's how you say this. And he wants me to give feedback on delivery, mixing, and songwriting. So let's get into that. But before we get into that process, if you want to grab my brutally honest feedback service and get brutally honest feedback for your songs or your beats from someone who's going to tell you the truth, who ain't going to sugarcoat it, who ain't going to lie to you, tell you exactly what you need to improve on and give you an in-depth report, link down below, go to jaycartere.com/brutally honest feedback. So let's get into this next song review. I did listen to a bit of this, and I'm going to be real with you. I thought it was whack. Whackety whack, whack, whack. But I'm going to listen to this properly in my headphones and see if there are any redeeming factors. But I will be giving you feedback on delivery, mixing, and songwriting. So let's do this. First off, for some reason, this just sounds extremely cheesy. Like, it needs to be brought down an octave, needs to add some RC20 on it or something. It's just not sounding the way it needs to be sounding for the type of music we want to be listening to. But let's continue through. Like, it sounds like those free MIDI files that you download online that's like just sounds super cheesy and sounds like you made it on like a kid's piano or something. But let me not just rag on the song right now. Let's get into it. Well, you can tell everybody. Oh, I'm Am I gonna get copyright strike for that? Let's just skip over this.
I'm trying to be the next rap star coming out the garden.
Mixing, disgusting. Oh my god. Sounds like you recorded this on a microwave, bro. Like, get a mic. Today I'm filming my video on the best mic to get. Watch that, yeah? The best mic to get is cheap budget, but it sounds like at best you recorded it on your phone, and that's no good. This is not good quality, or maybe the mixing's terrible. And if it's just the mixing that's terrible, you got an alright mic, then grab my Spotify ready vocal mixing secrets template. That will help you out. I've got it both for FL Studio and for Studio One. But if you don't use those DAWs, no worries, because it comes with a PDF that walks you through all the settings that I used to set up that template, so you can set up in any DAW you want, and it will just sound way better than this, like 100 times better than what's going on right here. But let's keep on playing.
The city, I look around, feel like ain't nobody rocking with me. I feel like Kanye trying to get his song played. They be like, who is that dude with the bizarre name?
Like there's clipping and distortion where you don't want it to be. Like, it's not good mixing at all. Terrible mixing.
Yeah, and I'm gonna rock it like an astronaut. I don't care if you really got my back or not. I'm in my own space. You regargling, spit a couple bars, and I'm gonna have you staggering. Fire goes harder when the pressure's trying to conquer him. Speaking with a wisdom like Plato's, the same flows. Gonna have you soaked, you gon' probably need a raincoat. So go tell the little kids playing in the same body, the man. Everybody put your hands up.
Alright, it was mediocre, yeah? The delivery isn't the worst. I've heard worse delivery. You're on time, so at least you've got that going right. But you sound like any generic rapper, which is fine, because, you know, this is just a freestyle, and you're learning, innit? For me personally, not interesting, like this type of flow and stuff, because I've just heard it 1,000 times, and these days I'm listening to like singing rappers and stuff. So if there's no melody, I'm usually not interested, unless you're doing something interesting enough with the bars that is keeping me going. These bars were all right, like you've got punchlines and whatnot, but really the song's not really that interesting, if I'm being real. Like it's a bit mid. So the flow and delivery mixed with the mediocre songwriting just makes it a mediocre experience overall. And then the mixing is absolutely terrible, so it makes this sound so amateurish that it ruins everything. Like, if this had better mixing, it wouldn't be a good song, or it wouldn't be a good freestyle, but it would sound less amateurish. It would sound like, you know, I don't know. But as I said, it could be worse. It could be much worse. I heard much worse. In my last feedback video, I think the last song that was in there was way worse. So at least you got that going for you. Let me quickly play this back.
Yeah, and I'm gonna rock it like an astronaut. I don't care if you really got my back or not. I'm in my own space. You regargling, spit a couple bars, and I'm gonna have you staggering. Fire goes harder when the pressure's trying to conquer him. Speaking with a wisdom like Plato's, the same flows.
Like, there is some good bars there, and some good rhyme schemes. Like when he was saying,
trying to
fire goes harder when the pressure's trying to conquer him.
Speaking with
that was a good rhyme scheme. But spit a couple bars and I'm gonna have you staggering mid. Like, I hate when people rap about rapping. It's the worst thing in the world. Like, it's so boring. It's like saying, hey, I'm a great rapper, and rapping and be like, yeah, I'm a great rapper. Like, that's weak. No one wants to listen to that. We want to hear the stuff that you're actually rapping about. Rapping, worst thing ever. Don't do it. And a lot of this is rapping about rapping and rapping about being the best at rapping and stuff like that, which is just weak. Like, it's not a real song. It's just, hey, I'm good, please believe me. And that's not good.
How you goes harder when the pressure's trying to...
Like, saying how you go hard and all that sort of stuff is weak as well. But this was a good rhyme flow, so I'll allow it.
Conquer him, speaking with a wisdom like Plato's, the same flows. Gonna have you soaked, you gon' probably need a raincoat. So
I don't know why anyone's soaked. I'm not getting it.
Go tell the little...
Oh, the flows, maybe?
Kids playing in the same body, the man. Everybody put your hands up. Well, yeah.
It's just mid. Like, it's mid, but it could be worse. So there you go. I gave you feedback on delivery, mixing, and songwriting, so good vibes. Now, the monster strategy to promote your beats that I talked about earlier is something that Hidden actually has done on his channel. So let's go to his most popular stuff, which I believe is this. Yeah. He's done a remix of a song. Is this a remix? Yeah, he did a remix of, was it an actual song? Yeah, there was a song that was actually happening called Time Heals All, and he like mashed it up, and I'm unsure if he did production under it. It says producer mixed, but I haven't heard this specific song, and I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get copyright striked. But this is a great way to promote your music. Like, look, he's got nearly 500,000 views on this. It only came out 3 months ago. Remixing popular songs from popular artists, or if an artist release a snippet or they release some sort of a cappella and you fling it on a beat and present it as though it's a new song, which is a terrible thing. That is clickbait, yeah? That's 100% clickbait. But if you do it, you will broaden your reach. Even though you will broaden your reach to a lot of people who will hate you for doing clickbait, you can do that. But remixing and saying it's a remix will get you less hate because people will go into it knowing it's a remix. If you present it like it's a song like this, you're going to get way more views, but way more hate. So you can kind of weigh it up and see what you want and what you're willing to deal with. That's that. Remember, if you want to be featured in my next video, if you want to get free feedback on your songs, or you want to get paid feedback on your songs, links down below. If you got any questions or any other videos you want me to make next, let me know in the comment section down below. Check out that video next, and I'll see you in the next one.